when we try to, we need to focus on I. So at that point of time, it's the ego I, right? For example, jogging. I work out quite a bit. So when I'm jogging, I try to focus on the I. Who is the one who is jogging? Then it goes to the body, and then the ego I is the initial one we focus on, right, as much as possible, and that is the one which takes us to the real I.
How many eyes are there?
The real I is only one, but it starts with the ego, correct?
Yeah, but are they two different eyes?
I think so. One is the
Well,
ego I, and one is the real I.
if ego is a different I, it's not going to lead you to a real I. There's only one I. That one I, when it is mixed and conflated with adjuncts, as I am Ram, then that is ego. Remove the upadis, and what remains is the pure I.
So help
No,
me
it's very, very important to understand it's one thing. Just like the snake and the rope, there aren't two things there. A snake, and underneath the snake there's a rope hiding. No, it's only one thing. What actually is there is a rope. But we wrongly see that rope as a snake.
Right.
So just like that, ego is nothing but the one I. That is why in Vedanta they talk about Jiva Brahmaikya, the oneness of Jiva and Brahman. They're not two different things. That is in that famous statement of Shankara, Brahma Satya, Brahman is real, Jagat Mithya, the world is unreal. Jivo Brahmeva Napara. Jiva is nothing other than Brahman. So what we now experience as Jiva, this ego I, as you call it, this is nothing other than Brahman. But there's only one I. Now that one I we're experiencing as if it's this person we take ourselves to be. So we call it ego. When we experience it as it actually is, then we call it Brahman. But it's the same I. That's very, very important to understand.
So when I'm jogging, I figure out who is the one who is jogging.
That is, what is jogging is the body. You say, I am jogging because you're mistaking yourself to be this body. So rather than who is jogging, who is experiencing this jogging? To whom does this jogging appear?
Okay.
Because we want to move our attention away from the body and mind back to the one who is experiencing all these. This is what is called Drisya Viveka. We need to distinguish the knower from everything that is known. The body, the mind, these are all Drisya. We are the Drik.
Okay.
We have a witness. Who is the one who is jogging is the body. The one who is experiencing the jogging is the witness. You are the witness, not the body. Because of your identification with the body, you experience it as I am jogging. But who is it who is experiencing it as I am jogging? So we are trying to separate ourselves from all these phenomena. That's why Bhagavan says, whatever appears, to whom does it appear? That's how we separate ourselves from the appearance. This person we take ourselves to be, this jogging, this talking, this thinking, all these activities, these are all part of Drisya. Our aim is to hold on to the Drik, that which knows all these things. That which knows all these things is ego, but if we hold on to it firmly enough, if we look at it closely enough, we will find it's nothing but Brahman.
Right.
Underlying
The
reality.
last part didn't happen yet, but yes, I'm working towards that.
Yeah.
The second is we do say grace is there, and we also say grace is there all the time. So do we need to even bother about grace? It's there anyways. I don't know what help it does, but grace is there for everyone all the time.
Yes, but grace is always pulling our attention inwards. We are resisting grace by going outwards. So we need to yield ourselves to grace. We need to allow ourselves to be pulled inwards. From our point of view, it looks like we have to make effort to go inwards. But the effort we're making is actually, the effort to go inwards is necessary in order to stop ourselves resisting the grace. So by trying to hold on to self-attentiveness, we are yielding ourselves to the inward pull of grace.
Right.
So we need to stop resisting, stop rushing outwards. And the only way to stop rushing outwards is to hold on to self-attentiveness.
Michael.
Yes?
There's another point that I would like to ask in relation to what Ram is suggesting. Now, the actual physical act of jogging or doing the activity, like Giri Pradakshina, if you want to say, the body is being engaged in the walking activity or the running activity, and the result is that it does quiet the mind down naturally. And so I think that it sometimes that in those spaces, I think as we identify with the body, those activities calm us. Like a breathing exercise in a sense might also calm us temporarily to help us focus a little bit better. So I guess what I'm getting at is it's obviously not, the point is not to do the activity to get to the next step, but if in under certain circumstances, that's all I'm.
Okay. Well, if we do any activity that calms down the mind, we then have to make use of that calmness by turning within. But we don't have to calm down the mind before turning within, because the most effective way to calm down the mind is to turn within.